Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Brandon, and welcome to Audio Diction, where you can find the latest album reviews, you can find band interviews, and as well as you can find our live episodes, which we do every Wednesday night at around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do these live episodes. We talk about, anything that's going on in the music scene. Um, can range from pretty much anything. Usually, I find a lot of my stuff on Twitter or Reddit. Um, it's a lot of fun. I do it with my three good friends, Nick, Dan, and Chris. Um, Awesome, fun time, and hopefully you guys that are subscribers or new people, definitely come check it out. It's a lot of fun to do, and I think the more people interact with us during the live sessions, the better I feel like the episodes would go. It would be amazing if you did that, and then even if you haven't checked it out, definitely go back and watch the episodes. Leave a comment for whatever you think, and we'll definitely get back to you. Especially me, I do most of this stuff, so I will make sure to comment on your thing. And yeah, as well as hit that subscribe button. That'd be amazing. We are at 86. We're trying to get to our goal of 100 by the end of the year. We got a giveaway at 100 subs, so you don't want to miss out on this. Please hit the subscribe button. It really does mean the world to not only me, but to the rest of the guys in Audio Diction. It's much appreciated, and we love the support that we've been getting. As well as hit that thumbs up button. That also helps out with our channel, and it helps us find people that, like this type of music, and hopefully, can get down with what we do. But anyway, I'm getting off topic, way off topic. But tonight we're going to be talking about Coldrain's new, I guess, EP or singles, like kind of bundle thing. It's called Vena Chapter 2 after their, full-length album, their second full-length album on Hopeless, Revelations being their first. I know they also had two other albums before that were on a Japanese label, but I actually found out about them through Revelations, and I've been hooked on this band ever since. I actually found them fairly recently. They toured with Bullet for My Valentine in the UK, and these guys, I feel like they're not really known around the U.S. As much as they are probably everywhere else, especially Japan. That's because that's where they're from. But I feel like they're getting a lot of popularity, which is amazing. Definitely, these guys kill it. Their past couple albums on Hopeless have been amazing, and so I expect nothing but awesomeness from this track or this singles EP sort of a thing. But for those of you who don't know Coldrain, again, they're based out of Japan. They've been around for quite some time. Actually, on a few Japanese, they've been on a huge Japanese label, and then Hopeless signed them when they had Revelations out. So cool to see Hopeless picking up this sort of band. They have this kind of like alternative hard rock feel to them. A little bit of metalcore, a little bit of post-hardcore. It's kind of like a mix of everything, and I really definitely enjoy them. I feel like they're a heavily underrated band, and I was excited to check this out for sure. We'll move into the first track, which is Born to Bleed. It starts off kind of, like a little bit more ambient-y with the guitar parts and stuff like that, but then it really kicks in, and then Misato's vocals come in and stuff like that. And I really like the way they arrange these tracks. I feel like Misato does an awesome job at arranging the hooks on all of these tracks, especially the two singles, Born to Bleed and Undertow. But he's just got a great way of constructing tracks, and the hooks are really, really catchy. And on top, coupled with the fact that the instrumentals are very catchy as well, I feel like, you'll instantly get hooked on these tracks, for sure. I like that after the first chorus, it kind of breaks a little bit, it slows down, and then they pick it right back up again. It's just a good way to kind of, keep the track moving, keep the track flowing. It brings a little bit of life to it. And it's definitely an awesome track, and I highly recommend checking that one out for sure. I actually highly recommend checking out this EP. The second track is Undertow. I really, really enjoyed this one. I think I may have enjoyed it more than Born to Bleed. I just like the heaviness, the little bit of grittiness. I love Masato's range. I feel like he's got an extraordinary range, and at some points he reminds me a little bit of Bo Boken, but I feel like a better version of Bo Boken from Bless the Fall. He's definitely got the screams down, and then he's got some really nice lows to mids to high singing. It doesn't really go too high like Kellen Quinn high, but it's definitely there, and he's a very 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 talented vocalist. I actually kind of mad. Um, we posted a Warped Tour bands that we wanted to see, and for those of you who have been to Warped and can understand my frustration, um, it's always hard to make schedules with Warp because there's so many bands that you want to see and stuff like that. And unfortunately, time wouldn't allow me to see Coldrain, but hopefully they'll come around to the U.S. again, and I will definitely come see them any chance that I get. But anyway, getting back to the track, this one's a little bit of heavier one. It's got screams in it. Born to Bleed doesn't have as much. I don't think it has any screams in it. It's more like an alternative hard rock song, and Undertow is kind of like a mix between the hard rock and like a little bit of metalcore. But I love his range. He does some super like lower register stuff, and then he goes into the mids and highs, and I feel like that shows a very good vocalist for sure. And Undertow is by far my favorite track off this one. Track number 3 and track number 4 are off their past album that they released on Hopeless, Vena, and they're Gone and The Story. I love both of these tracks, just how they were arranged even on the album. But I always love when bands do acoustic tracks. I feel like it's a great way to showcase, how they write tracks outside of using heavy guitars. How they might arrange it differently. I feel like they kept true, especially both songs. I felt like they kept true to the original tracks, but also added some more elements to it as well. It just makes for a great track, and it also showcases a vocalist even more than normal, I would say. I mean, not saying that the older tracks didn't showcase him, but I feel like it's a different type of way you would hear the vocalist in a track. I feel like it's a little bit more forefronted with acoustic tracks as opposed to just a regular studio recording, because that's more in your face. Like the whole mix is in your face, as opposed to like an acoustic. It's a little bit more intimate. It's a little bit less produced and stuff like that, which I enjoy, and it just really shows Masato's great vocal techniques and his great vocal abilities. If you haven't checked out Vena, their last LP, I highly recommend checking it out. It's a great hard rock alternative, sort of metalcore, post-hardcore fusion kind of thing. There are some screams, there are some cleans. There's slower tracks, there's faster tracks. I feel like there's a great mix of everything. I definitely, if you are a fan of metalcore, you're a fan of post-hardcore, or even you're a fan of alternative hard rock, I feel like this will definitely be right up your alley. And I hope these guys get bigger, so that they're able to do bigger tours in the U.S. And come around again. That'd be amazing. But my pros on this record is that I don't know if maybe they're I guess they're working on new material. But I definitely enjoyed those 2 singles. I don't know if they'll be on the next album or anything, but I obviously wanted to do a review on this. And I really did dig the 2 acoustic tracks. I feel like kind of accentuates their band. It shows them in a different light. The instrumentals could be played a little bit differently. And it just shows the diversity of the whole band in general when you do an acoustic track. Any cons? I really don't have any cons about this. It's a really, really solid singles sort of EP thing. They just killed it on this. And I definitely like the selection of the 2 tracks that they chose for the acoustic versions. I was kind of hoping that they would actually do those, so it actually worked out in this case. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. My rating on it, I'd probably give it, honestly, it's only really 4 tracks, but I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. I definitely recommend checking them out, especially if you're fans of those types of genres like that I mentioned earlier. They remind me a little bit of Bless the Fall. They kind of remind me a little bit of trying to think of any other band. Definitely Bless the Fall though, for sure. Um, I if I can think of any others, I'll try to mention them. But for some reason, Bless the Fall is the first one that popped into my head. But let me know if you have checked out Coldrain, and if you haven't, go check them out, and then make sure to leave me a comment and let me know what you thought about Coldrain, good or bad. Also, let me know how they sounded live if you saw them at Warped Tour. I'm really salty that I missed out on them, but hopefully, again, they come around to the U.S. That'd be amazing. Um, and again, I'll definitely be checking that album out again during this week because that just makes me want to listen to Vena again. Um, but yeah, I really enjoyed this track. If you enjoyed my review, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, and again, don't forget to subscribe. That'd be amazing. I not highly, I definitely appreciate your support. It means a lot, and thank you to everybody who leaves comments on the videos, who like the video. It's amazing the type of support we've been getting over the past couple months. It's been surreal, and I appreciate all of you. And also, if you have any suggestions on albums for me to do in the future, either leave me a comment or shoot me an email at audioaddiction media@gmail.com. I will make sure to leave that in the description as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Definitely go check out Coldrain if you haven't. If you live in Japan, don't miss out on them. I'm pretty sure they have some stuff coming up, and they're a band that you don't want to sleep on. I feel like they'll be massive by next year. So, um, yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, like I said, and yeah, check back with us again. We'll have some new stuff coming up this week. So, with that being said, talk to you later, guys. Peace.